pretty easily versus the Slark and the Mirana.
It's a really good directly tanking it. No sound. No sound. See, now because I asked them, I'm not sure if they're trolling. Good.
They might be trolling.
Mistakes I made.
Yeah. Heavy contesting up for the top lane. EG's all in position. They have the double ion shell, so they're really oh my god, cancel almost a straight dies. Auto attacks. Playing the bounty.
That ion shell though does a lot of work, but no bounty run at level 1 for Sumail, so he'll settle down a little bit for now. Z-Freak trying to cut Zai off. Actually doesn't have the mana, but does have stick charges, so can charge out of here if need be. They've only got one way to interrupt it, not quite enough mana for the arrow, but they're gonna have to combo soon. Crush it into an arrow available. Got it. What's the arrow go? And Zai says, nah, just kidding. And this might be a first blood with Crit there on the high ground. The crush comes in again, not gonna matter. Cancel, leaping forward towards the Io. Once the crit kill, he will get it. He could get Zai as well. It might be a double. How many bashes will Zai get? He's gonna need like 2 or 3 at least. He gets 1, then the charge. 1 more should do the trick. It's gonna be close. He doesn't get it. Cancel will survive. And he gets away. He's even there to help monkeys out though. Arteezy sidestepping the arrow as well. Something that Slark can take advantage of. Let's go for the Iron Talon. He's gonna make the move around Zai. He charges on some swindles, but that's also directly into the Diabolic Edict. Pay for that. It's caught between a rock and a hard place there with the Mirana.
Definitely a lot of emphasis though, as you mentioned, being on the mid lane. Putting one mid lane ward and one even behind the tower bottom lane. Forever. This is gonna be his
Has no TP. Already shielded before the Opa wound, so that's not even counting for the charge. But they could move in and catch crit. The crush here will be his death. Most likely Swindle's coming in, follow-up stun available, gets the kill, now needs to run away though. Arteezy, Opa wound for some time, it has the phase code advantage. Swindle's running in, and Fade's like Shadow saving him. They might even be able to move back in on Zai if he's not careful. A crush here. Overall, are you happy here with the Stark complex? If you're on their side, or do you feel like they have to get more done against themselves?
I think they're doing an okay job. The biggest concern for me is the Sap. He's only level 4 in this bottom lane. Oh, he just hit level 5 now, so I think he's struggling just a bit too much. They want to have him in a better position, and Z-Freak now might be just dying to the 2 supports. Universe surging in as well.
The classic neutral deny. There is no vision. Z-Freak might just be able to TP away. Universe with that 1 point in vacuum is about to be in deny range now as Cancel continues chipping away. Arrow having a fish. Zai can get crushed now. Last hit though, not happening as the glyph gets popped. Crit trying to deny this tower. In the meantime, they're farming Ancient. Zai gets hit by the double star storm. Might end up going down. Indeed, he will. Cancel finds the kill. The tower is denied by Crit, but wasn't worth it. Crit, he might die too. Where's Arteezy? He's still farming the top lane. Now the tether out. Crit being pursued though. Angry Fish on the case and in a lot of trouble. Surged away by Universe, but getting body blocked at the same time. Sprint has worn off. Looks like he should make it out. Even though the arrow pierces through the heart of the ball of light. Great snipe there by Cancel. Only now does Arteezy arrive, and it's to the bottom lane where he'll make short work of Swin. Yeesh.
Oh, Cancel's in some trouble right now. He does have the Moonlight Shadow, but he's charged up right now. Do they have the Dusk? They do this time.
Yeah, the third time will not be the charm.
Smoke by Deflection here.
They are going to scout out Sumail. It's just move for now, but he's got the night vision advantage. Sumail has not seen him just yet move. Really playing with that night vision. Excellent footwork there, and now he makes the jump onto Sumail. Chemical Rage activated. They're still looking to chase though. The smoke wraparound comes through right past Arteezy. They're going to look to go on him. He rages off the amp damage immediately. Now Z-Freak into the trees looking for the Iron Fist. Swindle's already down to start the fight. They might get the Arteezy grab. No, he's still alive! Coming in high heavy. Tax the edge of service. Now the tether to keep him alive a bit longer. Sumail hiding the trees on the wall. Great individual play by EG. Will they make it out though? Sumail trapped, alone, and dead. They still get the kill on the Alka. Now Crit trying to escape, but doesn't have the TP for 10 seconds. Once an amp hits him, he too will fall. Doesn't even need the crush. Z-Freak just barely missing. Bit of that form there, dude. The EG now charging in. Z-Freak ready to interrupt the charge. Good setup there. The follow-up comes through. The brothers start to lay into Zai. They want to kill this sweet boy off, and they will do so. At the same time, though, Slark will fall. And that's the bigger loss for sure. A 1-for-1. Dire situation, but it doesn't appear EG know, or at least they want to risk it.
Yeah, without the wall down, they are a bit weaker. It's a little bit hard to fight into.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah. Top lane, Z-Freak. Looks like it might be his demise here.
Zai with the charge in, the crush attempted by Z-Freak doesn't get it off the time, and with failure to do so, he will definitely die. Easy even being relocated into the frame. Monkeys is there, and Arteezy giving him a bit of chase, already committed the open wounds. Backing off. As mentioned, did go for the Desolator.
EG Met style finished. He's just gonna be able to throw illusions, cut creep waves. Fourth lane style, crit though, bottom lane, easily broken.
Tried for the relocate, not gonna work out, and now the chase on Zai. They amp him up, he's got to charge away, and it will bash Z-Freak as he tries to get in range. straight on towards mid, and I imagine we'll be canceled. At some point there's a leap into an arrow, but arrow...
So, definitely very difficult to go for him.
With like enough items, it does feel like they have that opportunity. Zai's gonna charge in directly on the swindles with the defense bomb, unloads Arteezy. The turn comes so quickly, Zai will be brought down. Arteezy to back away, so support for support, and unfortunately...
Yeah, definitely just like the kind of the standard, right? The Octarine is the Shiva's guard, it's usually what we just see picked up. Moo, going for a solo pick up on Chris, but his buck, nobody's near him. He's actually completely alone. He's got the Aegis, he's got Shadow Dance.
He realized there was other people here, and now Moo in a lot of trouble. He's going to commit the ultimate, tries to run away. Shadow Dancing out, pouncing as well. He does have the Aegis. They can reset around and go for a round 2 fight, but only if his team gets in position first. The arrow crashes in. Going to connect on Arteezy while he's raised, so doesn't get much done. Z-Freak's going to likely die here on 3. Make it 4 hero charge by Zai, who delivers in spades. Moo there to turn this one, though. He continues to engage, still holds the Aegis. The crush comes through on the 3. Great job. Can they focus on Universe? They will do, and suddenly Cancel arrives. Make it a 2 for 2. EG on the run, Zai scrambling out. Arteezy, though, getting the job done for now. Takes the habit on with him at least. And now it's the trees they engage. A 2-hero stun from Sumail, but instantly Dark Pact off. Moo gonna try to bring him down, but just very slow, ineffective poking. The Aegis, I believe, expired during this time. Now he's gonna pounce out. He tries to run, unable to pursue over the tree line, but they get the charge. Zai's coming in, hot and heavy. Shadow Blade's there. Oh, so close to dying. He wants to go back in. Moo's gonna come in for this. He gets the kill. Can he jump out? You can't shake him, but the concoction takes them down. Was it worth it?
They really
He
don't have
wasn't
anything
even
to
scratched.
do. Oh, and he's gonna get a free kill on Swindle here. Oh no, goodbye Swindle. 1-2. Cash money. An Alchemist can kind of deal with that, especially at this point. 2,500 life when he has his armlet toggle, Chemical Rage.
Not to mention they have an IO as well. Nice pick on the courier by Cancel, but can he make it out? Suit a bit. Team sweeping in to engage, and now crit tethering his way back towards safety, but Moo's still in pursuit. They're going to get the F damage. Spirit's actually hitting Moo, and that immediately prompts a flurry of things and a sentry plant. They know that someone's in the area. So, really only a mood charge that he could grab, or maybe trade something out like an AC, get rid of that armlet potentially.
Yeah, more than likely get rid of that armlet and grab something. I'm not sure if the AC could be pretty easy just to break high ground, but I think our team would be more than likely the one to get that actually.
Oh, that was a quick 2-shot. This left track is not feeling like a hero anymore. ZG chase in, confident to move forward. Z-Freak does have a crush ready. Could be a 3-4 hero crush. He's just gonna flop out an amp damage. Sumail immediately starts sprinting after him. They're gonna jump away. And G now revving up the concoction. Not gonna find anyone to latch onto with this. It looks like it's self-stun.
They did see that.
Coming in. Oh, just misses the Darkseer. Aggressively sieging this tower, goes for a quick, short duration stun on Z-Freak. Z-Freak continues to sprint. Back away, Monkey's there to help him. Meanwhile, Zai charging in is going to isolate Cancel, tries to bring him down. The Moonlight Shadow already committed, but he's leaped out into a beautiful vacuum. Universe able to interrupt that one. Can they focus him down? Defensive Ghost Scepter trying to escape, heading to the right instead. He's going to live for now. Cancel not dead yet, but the Illusion Bird might take him down. Zai there with the charge will finish him off. 3 have fallen. About to be a 4th. Monkeys forever. Already committed his ult. And out, by the way, still a full health. Arteezy's still quite healthy. They do get the IO, but just not keeping up in items. Out net worth more than Mirana and Slark combined, to say nothing of their other cores still doing quite well in their own right. That they mow down the melee rat, the range bottom. I mean, game looking quite close to over, Yanni. Heading into game 2, what kind of adjustments do you want to make of your complexity? Is just the way they planed it? Is it more down to the picks? Where do you pin this one?
I mean, this is like Alchemist first. I mean, they banned the Storm last ban, which is definitely a good ban because they didn't have any lockdown really for him. So you can't really blame them for doing that, but what's worse, right? Dealing with the
What's worse is Arteezy just destroying you with lightning. All the while. I think they're gonna find Swindles here momentarily. Tries for a few seconds to pulse Nova. It's a fleeting effort by him, and he will go down. Meanwhile, Monkey's up to finish. This is pretty much the end.
Like, when they're picking start, especially, like, you're putting yourself in a position where they can kind of just, these heroes that ramp up in a faster manner. Yeah,
you can't really blame Complexity for not game planning for the Alpha, though, because it's like so bad for EG for the last, like, month.
I don't know if that's really, like, a good like, reason, though, to not, like, I mean,
I love
it's a last pick Alchemist,
I love the fact that they're still running it, but like for drafts in that main event, it's At least, if it's not only about that, it's definitely more so about that.
I mean,
the format.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be a tier 1 team in any manner, you have to be able to like play Alchemist at the manner. I mean, the hero is pretty ridiculous, especially at the last bit. Like, you can see how the damage potential that he just does. He's unkillable. He died once, when he wasn't online at all. But now he's completely online, and Flexing just fighting. Not even just an uphill battle. It's like up a mountain.
They're trying to scale the wrong side of the mountain first. This is just not looking great. Sumail killing off Swindle on the one side of the map, basically. That's just a big bucket of gold for them. It's Cancel desperately trying to bring down Crit. Arrow, though, could be tanked by Zai. That is a sign of friendship here. Cancel likely to be next. Focused down by Sumail, mauled by the Spirit Breaker, and a little karate chop by the Codehead. Kill him off. And he will get the RTZ kill. So the tears will flow from him, but GG overall. Pretty solid. Still a full HP Alchemist. Basically unkillable. You're gonna blob into Kikako and vacuum your combo with that. Nice 2-hero catch and make it 4, 5 complexity at some point. This is just bad for morale.
Yeah, I think they definitely right. Cancel can play. He plays in clubs. His big 3, I think, are like Alchemist, OD, and Mirana. I think those are the ones. But yeah, if you just look at the core pair off from EG in comparison to season, you can kind of like feel that kind of dictated the way the game was gonna go, unless he's snowballed in a way. But
they run Meepo, by the way, complexity. I don't think
no, they don't have a Meepo player.
Because that's the one other hero I know a lot of analysts have talked about. Like Meepo's actually a good counter to Alp because he's just so fast.
He's faster. Yeah. You get your Aghanims at like 11 minutes. There's no way. There's almost no way in Alchemist.
You can steal stacks. You can
benefits a lot from it. And they have Warcry to kind of neglect a lot.
It's going to be 3 heroes emerging into this lane rather quickly, but Zai getting forced back. Bullied by the auto tech as Freaker went for the early boost. He does leap out. Really good timing there. Now going to follow up with the arrow. Nails Arteezy, but Ogre arrives, and all of a sudden it's Monkeys who wants to run. He gets pretty tanky, but the blocks are there from Crit. Monkeys in danger. Into the trees he goes. He'll have a charge fairly soon, but the move speed a little bit more. No, it's the living armor to save the day. He charges out past the wave to the rage creep, up and out of there.
They've got to stun.
They still have to stun, and with that, one more auto attack. The arrow just almost made it out. A big commitment, but they do get the first blood on the Spirit Breaker.
That's where it becomes like super devastating for COL to fight because they're very emphasized on magic damage with the OD. Weaver doesn't really dish out the most bottom lane.
Cancel coming in from behind. No one expects the OD, but Arteezy there to tank the arrow. Unfortunately, maybe he ends up going down instead. Gets off the stun. Zai will most likely end up falling 1 extra orb, gets the kill.
Arteezy's walking to the Ancients whenever he's making any moves on there, even blocking the Ancients too with the sentry on top. But EG, they see the opportunity to just push the towers down with their massive 5-man with Bloodlust, Tether, and Healing Ward whenever they want to use it.
Uh-oh. Z-Freak, a rare whip there on the pounce. He is going to try to go with Biz. They spin onto him, removing the living armor. He will be banished, thus committed through this, but I believe Mirana might have a chance. No, never mind. He's going to get the Starfall off. We'll go down. D now being pursued. The bugs come through. Will there be follow-up? Move committing on Zai. Really wants to bring him down. Good overgrowth, but where's the combo? They need the OD to come in and drop the hammer. He doesn't have much stolen in. Very ineffective fight. And now the Brew Split looking for another ult. Dispel that tornado. Stun follow from Arteezy. Likely another kill. 2 will drop in EG. Just plunging forward down the mid lane. They saw it and they ping him out. Arteezy with the Hill Ward. Had some vision of it coming. Sumail's going to surge his way forward. They look to engage here. Complexity getting hesitant. And while they hesitate, EG seizing the moment. There's the overgrowth. Will there be follow-up? Swindle's focus brought down first. The charge comes through. It's a 4-hero pile-up with the Swarm. But do they have the damage? The Warcry making everyone very tanky. Even an arrow under Arteezy. Can they focus him down? Zai is there trying to save him. The relocate a bit too late. They will lose their Sven. They're likely to lose Crit as well. This is the kind of fight that Complexity wanted. This is the kind of fight they needed. Universe now being charged, goes for the clap, doesn't have mana for the split. The arrow's gonna connect. Z-Freak slams it home, make it 3, it could be 4, as Zai rejoins the fight. Complexity, a huge win for them already, and make it the 4-hero pile-up indeed. They'll find all the kills.
But EG, they still have that Panda Split, they still have the Spell Ultimate, they want to fight.
They move on to Z-Freak first and foremost, but he manages to leap away. The Banish though almost helping, as EG will get to reset around him. They begin to engage. Monkeys though with the good charge through. The living armor making the difference, keeps him alive. Arteezy, well, already the Brewmaster down, and he's not able to hit anyone, even though he's empowered with the God Strength. They can reset here after the Banish. Z-Freak, arrow cooling down. Sumail will Blade Fury, but that could allow for a big one. Will he find the angle? They're going to Banish. charge, not the perfect teamwork, but if the arrow connects, likely a kill. There is no relocate save. Sumail being focused out. Moo will get the kill. Now they're bashing Arteezy back with the nether spec, and the orbs coming in. Complexity is heating up on Design next, mauling the ball of light. They'll kill him up 2. First it was 4, and this time it's gonna be 5. And Ultra for Moo. Complexity steamrolling forward.
Because of the Astral, but Astral into Arrow, gets crushed. Arteezy tries to go in, but he doesn't have God Strength. Instant ultimate by Monk Forever, brings him down. Zai, easy chase up. I am actually loving this drum pickup by Cancel, enabling his team to have even more movement speed on top of the...
Oh, bash, no bash. Coming in hot, Sumail in a lot of trouble now, doesn't even get off the spin. Getting focused down by the OD, Nether Strike, easy kill. Complexity continue to roll. Window is about to close with Z-Freak getting this Aghanim Scepter. They're going to be in a lot of trouble. God, it would be great to kill him now. He is going to leap away. He has a TP, but they get onto him. 15 gold short. The Astral might buy him the time to get the Aghanim Scepter. It's going to be close, Z-Freak. 5 gold. He doesn't even bother to buy the component. The living armor. Not enough. He will end up going down. The hammer gets dropped, though. And now Cancel looks for the fight, focusing on Zai. The Blade Fury's there as well. They commit the split. They brought down 2. Buyback on the Mirana. He only has 1 component and 900 gold to go now. And Moo, Jade Stud focused down during God's Face. A chaotic fight from Complexity. Starstorm will kill off Zai, but that's it. After the buyback in Z-Freak, it could be a dieback with the clap coming in. They're going to commit a lot to kill off this Mirana, where he basically had an Ags. We're now looking at him being set back a full 3 to 4 minutes with that death.
from the Swarm.
OD still a pretty damn good hero.
Yep.
And Z-Freak in position. He's got the Ags now. Could set this one up with an arrow. Roshan complete. EG still storming in. They've got the high ground advantage. Moonlight Shadow committed. Blink into the pit. Arteezy off the mark with that one. Do they look for the turnaround now? Blade Fury early by Sumail. He's getting hesitant. Charge gets canceled. Everybody getting cold feet in this fight as the stun goes out onto Cancel. But remember, he's the Aegis Bearer. Arrow committed. It hits crit. Is that the best target? Not really sure about that. Monkeys Forever is being focused down. Sumail will come off with Bloodlust auto text. Now the Overgrowth Swindles trying to negate the Brewmaster's foot as much as possible. Z-Freak could be the secret damage dealer. Cancel will have a second life to work with, but they're hounding this Mirana out of the pit. She leaps up and away. This isolates in turn Cancel as they continue pursuit. Sumail's starting to work on him. They commit a dust. Now that's just the Aegis. Now they got to kill him off again, but they're down 2. Make it 3 as he comes back. They'll try to re-engage. All the cores are alive though, and Moo on the chase. Z-Freak leap cooling down. They can chase this. Hammer gets dropped. Look for a bit more. Warcry and a scramble back as Arteezy gets scouted out by the pesky little bug. They isolate him. They're going to follow this up with an arrow. They'll kill him off 2. Arteezy dead as well. That's 3 from behind. Has to be careful about sentries because they do have the Mirana, so EG might have planted some down. There is one, but it's kind of close to the tower. Oh, they Cancel now. Getting revealed. He's going to self-banish. The team has to scramble to back him up. They will have an Overgrowth. They can try. The Hurricane pikes himself backwards towards safety, but doesn't quite get over the tree line where an Omni Slash isolates together with the multicast. He's down very early in the fight. BKB for Arteezy, the Overgrowth there. Arrow pierces the heart of Zai, will bring him down. And now EG starting to work with Arteezy there, but he's getting tightened a bit. The Starstorm's coming in hotter and heavier as Arteezy has to turn tail and run. Crit also. Dear life trying to limp away. Tree even hitting that Ogre. Not very effective at this stage with the armor he has, but they do successfully hang on.
Force the buyback. I can't be able to see whenever the Moonlight Shadow goes on. Be able to fight properly.
Complexity.
In the river.
They get the high ground banish, but behind Sven is Zai, who's hunting for him under Moonlight Shadow. Trying to sneak around. The charge comes through. They're isolating Arteezy. The relocate up onto the high ground, but Moo's waiting for him. Has the Lincoln Sphere to be able to back away without getting stunned, chain locked, and burst even further. And they look to move in. From the low ground, though, don't have the vision uphill. More than once we've seen them drop a ward right next to the shop and then just leap in. That was a big play. They made a lot in game 2. Not going to happen just yet. Ramu in position. Now they're going to start this off. They do manage to break his Lincoln Sphere. Change is going to focus him down as he's going to buy back and re-time-lapse into the fight. He will do so. Time-lapsing in from the rear. Immediately coming to work with the bugs. Brings down Zai. The charge on the crit. Focusing him down too. Brew never got off the split. Without his control, they might not have a chance in this fight, though. Sumail and Arteezy combining nicely. The Fusel Blade there. Now Sumail needs to run away. He gets purged. He's being focused. He purges off the purge. The counter purge indeed. Only Kevin we're casting this game. Now Arteezy focused down. He will fall. That's 4. Great buyback there by Moo. The buyback time-lapse play.
Yep.
So they got the benefit of the Swarm. They committed a lot just to break the Lincoln Sphere and then kill him as Cancel will move in. This is going to prompt a Brute, but they better get something done with this crit. Tanky the bugs now. The charge through by Monkeys. Great way to deal with those kind of aspects. So far being largely negated in this fight. Cancel now moving forward. Moves in pretty deep. Now got a time-lapse back out. Arteezy's blows the God Strength. Has the BKB. The God Strength still quite a bit of time left on it. Omni Slash coming through. Not getting a heck of a lot as they overgrow through this. Leaping forward with Z-Freak with the BKB now committed. Good patience by Arteezy. Wants to bring down Cancel. cancel, but again, the kiting of the Astral friggin' Imprisonment. He survives this, they get 3 more kills, or at least the vast majority. Certainly you and I didn't have a whole lot of faith in them. Even after game 2, you just look at EG's results and have to say they're favored. But Complexity, battling back, great adjustments in the draft. The OD has been massive for them in both of these games. This game, they haven't won yet, but it is looking real bleak for EG.
Yeah, Cancel and Moo both like having great position in these fights. Z-Freak's arrows have been on point this game, landing
3-4 of them on the way through, and then of course the Sven being controlled largely by
Monkeys here in a spot where you might just go down here. They have the Moonlight Shadow, do they have detection for him? They do, they have a dust on side.
One last swing of that hammer will get the kill. Just a bit too quick to die, or they could have turned, but Cancel's gonna set up. They have buyback on Spearbreaker. Arrow coming through, long duration stun on the probably the least important hero at this stage too. Mal just sees this and he comes rushing in. Swindle's there, panty back for now. They're gonna commit a lot on this OD. Buyback now for the Spearbreaker as Moo's being focused, but he's just gonna time lapse it on. Live for now, and they get the Lotus Orb reflected stun, but Arteezy needs to dodge it. Then the Overgrowth comes through, gets to work with that big hammer. Moo doesn't have time lapse, has to be careful. Being focused, chain stun brought down by the crits. That's a dieback on the Spearbreaker. Now they can look for a third kill. They've also set off the Weaver, who doesn't have buyback. They've gotten one late, but they've got to be careful not to give up one in turn. Z-Freak with the Lotus Orb used defensively, and now focusing on the OD, they bring him down. Or actually, no, he survived for the time being. That's the Aegis. Now they bring him down. So can they kill him the second time? That's the question. Shiva's guard committed. Swindle's coming back into the fray, drops the hammer, unloads it. Not enough to hit with the living armor. The Lotus Orb, the pushback, he's still surviving. Still alive. It's an ultra kill. OD devours all. GG.
And they just called it GG. That was sick plays by Universe in that fight too. He threw Cancel up like I think 2 or 3 times with the Panda Spirits, but just too much on Complexity. This buyback from Monkeys, even though he just flew in it. This OD combo with the tree, Overgrowth's on top of Z-Freak's positioning in the fight. It's like, wow. Complexity?
It's happening.
That was really big, honestly. Like, after their devastating loss in the first game to that Alchemist, them being able to bring it back, having such fortitude, was definitely very impressive.